Stand up and walk around, because I learn really well when I walk around. I want to do that. I want to have to feel like I'm strapped there, smiling at the screen all the time. If you don't have a problem with any of that, then I think the video, because you got faces, I think it's probably better. But I'll go ahead and, from my experience, some people have had issues, probably not the right word, but opportunities to overcome that with the video. So, anybody using video, or just teleseminars?
Neither yet.
Okay, all right.
I agree with you 100%. That's a great way to go.
Yeah, cool.
I'm actually doing webinars.
Okay, yep.
And is there anybody else that's doing webinars?
Yeah, webinar's cool.
We have a video option because we use WebEx, but we don't use it.
Yeah.
But we do
but you can,
them,
right.
and then we put them up afterwards, and that's really where we're getting the value out of it.
Yeah.
Is we have maybe a couple hundred people come actually attend the webinar.
Yeah, it's killer. See.
Afterwards, that's where we're getting all of our. We've had thousands of people come to the webinar.
Are you sending the don't have much time, but you're sending the emails with the link right at that, and 15 minutes after you can do this, or are they just searching on their own? You're giving them an offer, and these are new people every time, or no?
That I'm not sure.
Okay,
That's a good,
all right.
It's a good question.
And there's different ways. There's just the informational and soft shoe, and
we tell people when we invite them that if they can't make it, that it will be put up.
okay.
So.
Well, and I have seen them where it's like, okay, and it's story, and now here's benefit, and by the way, this is the offer of a lifetime, and 15 minutes after this, this is normally $9.95, but right after this, for 15 minutes, it's going to be $195 just for you, and use this code.
Well, ours are free, and they're for alumni, so we're not really trying to sell.
True, but that's the softer version. But if you were trying to sell something, once you built the list, remember how we talked about the free and pushed them to different funnels? That could be the third or fourth funnel. Small, you sell them a $100 audio program, and then maybe a $400 audio program, and then you push them to a coaching program that's $4.99 a month, something like that.
For a really small scale, I've been using Google Plus, using Hangouts, and hosting a Hangout on Fridays. And they got really popular. I started having happy hour Hangouts, so every Friday one of the requirements is you had to have a beer with you. But it was some people from all over the world, and it was really interesting, people from Japan and stuff. And we would have to get rid of them if they had no beer, but we would sit there, and a lot of times...
That's cool, though. I like that.
But as it dragged on, I got to tell you, the Hangout got a lot more interesting.
Hangouts on air live tremendous success with that, and you get a permanent YouTube video after you're creating content while you're giving the webinar.
That's good stuff. You guys familiar with that, Google Plus? Okay. No, we don't have time to, like you said, another rabbit hole, but lots of notes, a lot of takeaways. Write this stuff down so you can go. Get to know your continuity campaigns. I went over some of that. If you're not using continuity campaigns for your customers or even your non-customers, we use them for our customers. So let's say we sell a car, month one introductory letter. There's actually that's a non-customer. So we've got a free get acquainted gift for just so I can get to know you type thing. Of course, got my picture up there. Special report on month two. These are some friends of mine, Jimmy B and Travis Miller, which I introduced you earlier. How to conduct a Twitter view. Month three, a customized postcard. Bill Glazer, who's a marketing genius, one of my mentors. That's one of his things. Free telephone seminar. That's another one from another coaching program from Michael York. See, notice a lot of consistency in these. Faces, free, something, and this is a coaching program, winner's circle type thing. Product or service brochure or advertorial. I love advertorials. Anyone using advertorials? What? Okay. All right. Not nearly enough time, but write that down. Google advertorial. It is brilliant and it's massive. So I sell a car to Will, right? And Will says he's very happy with it. 3 months he gets his oil change. He says, man, that's the best car buying experience ever. I said, great, here's what I'd like to do. So what do you do? Well, I'm the ambassador of smiles over at Frank Myers Auto. Killer. So here's what I'd like to do, Will. I'd like to write a letter for you. Okay? And of course you read it and we're going to put it into your words, but I know you don't have time for it, so I'm going to do it. All right? And you tell me what about this experience is real or not. I want it to be your words, but I'm going to help you write it. Great. We'll use your picture. Cool. And then I want you to send that letter out to your list or your customers. You don't have to do that for an advertorial, but you talk about gangbusters. So now, Will's customers gets a letter telling his customers who like him, know him, and trust him how great my dealership is and how happy he is with our service. How powerful would that be? Remember, they like, know, and trust him already. They're his customer, not my customer. And so what good does that do Will? I'm going to do the same thing for Will. If we've had products and services back and forth. That makes sense? All right.
That's different from a testimonial. How?
Well, testimonial, you're usually just putting out there. An advertorial is an advertisement that looks like an article, per se. But now I added another layer to it because I mailed it out. But you could run this in anywhere. You could put it in a blog if this person had some clout in the community, or they knew who he was. But it works best if you take it and he'll mail it to his list. Hey, Will, how many people you got on your database, on your mailing list? Oh man, we send out 15,000 pieces a month. Awesome. Well, while you're sending that out anyway, let me just throw a piece in there, okay? And I got 500,000 on my list, and I'll reciprocate. It's huge. We got 10. Okay, great. You remember this guy? LifeLock? Yes. This was a genius ad campaign. Oh my gosh. Even though his social got hacked, but that's beside the point. I admire the guy though, man. That was a great campaign. Personal interest article, month 5. We wrote Beat the Dealer. It was in magazines all over the Triad forever and a day. It's still out there. Of course, we took it and put it. They were regurgitated blog posts. That's all they were. Questions from people. Hey, tell me the difference between a warranty and a service contract. Or when's the best time to change my timing belt? Signed Catherine from Walnut Cove. Hey, Catherine, thanks for the great question. You know, that type of thing. Audio CD or DVD, month 6. Here's a couple of great examples. The 7 Secrets to Unleash Your Inner Rock Star Now. I just love that title. I would listen to that. Who would listen to that? Man, I would. Y'all lying? Right. Number 9, write articles about your area of expertise, what you're already doing. Send handwritten thank you cards, bonus number 1. Who's sending handwritten thank you cards? Thank God. See, it's a great group. Give yourself a round of applause. You're awesome. I love getting handwritten cards and letters.
You know, another good thing that we do is in the Winston-Salem Journal, they have a little side section in the Sunday paper on people who've gotten promotions and new positions. Well, if we recognize a client, we send something to them.
I love that. Yeah. See, now I would do that. I would mail it to them, and I'd also do a screenshot on my Mac, put it in Keynote, turn it into a PDF and a JPEG. Got to have that sucker on SlideShare and on Facebook in a hot minute. So it's just so much you can do with it, right? Number 2, host your own radio show. Anybody doing a radio show? You got it going on. All right. And you don't even have to be on the radio. You can do it yourself. Podcast. But hey, I call it a radio show. It sounds a little bit cooler, right? Because if you tell a non-techie, hey, listen to my blogcast, they're going to say, what the freak are you talking about, blogcast? I don't know what a blogcast is. I mean, I'm sorry to say. How about listen to my radio show? Oh, really? What channel are you on? But I will say this. Radio stations in general are looking for content, just like newspapers and magazines. It's not as hard as you may think to get your own radio show on Saturday morning. A Q&A type thing, ask an attorney, ask the car dealer, ask the real estate agent, ask the health and fitness expert. Can be done. Or it can be purchased very cheap and you get sponsors and they can pay for it. It'll work. And have great business cards with your photo on them. Who's got photos on their business cards? Shame on you. Ooh. No. And have great photos. All right, question. Man, that was speedy. Anything? Yes, sir.
When you choose a social media platform like Twitter or Pinterest or whatever, you're going after a certain demographic, or are you just kind of doing trial and error and seeing what works and it doesn't work? Because you can't really be on every single social media platform at a time. Like, you pick one.
Sure I can. No. Look, here's the thing, and I appreciate the question. The key for me is not to sell. I'm not looking for a demographic. I mean, yeah, we've got a certain demographic, but I'm not using social media to sell anything. I'm being social on social media, and people are social back with me. The worst thing, and this is, I get paid $4 grand to go to dealer conferences and consulting groups, and I look at their Facebook feed, and they've got your inventory. I say, take that down. Why? We're trying to sell cars we're doing the Facebook. And, I said, nobody wants to see your cars on their Facebook feed. Oh my God, you're a genius. I said, that'd be $4 grand. So, and you know, in that, like 4,700 people on first, we got 18,000 some fans on our Facebook, the Frank Myers page. You know, what we're trying to do is, like I said, just communicate and find out who engages with us. The second somebody sends us a message, I bought a car there, unsolicited. I bought a car there, it was awesome. I don't delete anything, I keep it up, I respond, and I'm sending them a private message. I'm going to ask them for a review right then, right there. Thank you very much, you're awesome, I love you, could you tell the world? Here's a link to write a review. If I get somebody that slams me, I'm going to do the same thing. Not the review part, but I'm not deleting it, I'm responding it, and we're going to build relationships. I'm going to invite them to the store, a cup of coffee, can we sit down and talk? And it's worked. It was all by accident. It just happened to work. Yes, sir.
But you have a bunch of different social platforms. Or social sites, do you use a particular piece of software to cross-post? Or do you just go to each individual, like TweetDeck or...
I use Hootsuite for Twitter. Hootsuite for Twitter. Facebook is just, I just go to Facebook. I kind of live on Facebook's my preferred. Sorry. Yeah.
You can use Hootsuite for Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and
Yeah.
other platforms.
I just like being on Facebook, so I choose not to. That's a better way to word it. Thank you. I feel good when I'm on Facebook. So somebody talks about taking the Facebook down. Like, oh my God, it's the best thing I ever did. I was like, oh, I just go in the fetal position. Yeah.
About how much time do you spend, day on social media? And for those who either don't have the time or don't care to, how would you recommend a social media marketing person representing someone else?
See, I knew somebody. So you got a loaded question, but I'm sure that they're marketers trying. Yeah. Should I? Yeah. Should I? Yeah.
I got a thick skin, so you can say whatever you like.
Tracy, it's an hour question. A lot of people have that question.
For me, I'm posting everything from my company. Everything. How much do I spend? I'm on Facebook right now. That's what I do. Yes, Will. Will sits in the office right in front of me. And, I mean, other than normal business day to day, I mean, I'm talking to the president of the bank, trying to get $4 million credit line renewed. Talking to the banker. I'll Google President of Southern Community Bank and put his picture up there talking to this guy.
Tracy, they're clients of these people.
Yeah. No.
I think it's really important to note that the fewer layers between the face of the business, you in this case, and the social accounts, the better. If it's one layer that you have to have somebody do marketing, make sure they're like your right-hand person and they're with you all the time.
That's a great point about the layers, though. I mean, you're the brand and I am the brand. So I feel like I'm letting another guy go out with my wife when I let somebody else post. I probably would let somebody go out with my wife before well, because I know my wife would say no, right? Look, there's lots of different. We can stay here all day and talk about all this stuff and this different social media platforms and demographics, and really get some good content out of all this, because there's valid arguments or discussions or opportunities improvement for everything. And the thing is, if I came back next year, it's all going to be different. As you all know, if you're in any type of social media, blogging, internet, business, period. The automotive industry is a 180 from where it was 5 years ago. I mean, the president did save our business. You heard that sarcasm, right? So, whose business is completely different than it was 5 years ago, in some capacity or another? It's going to keep changing. So this is something you really got to stay up on, and have good people that surround you. Depending on the size of the company, a lot of times I envy a lot of internet marketers or internet business folks because they don't have a rooftop. They're sitting at their house. They can handle. They got an assistant, maybe not. I got 33 people just at the dealership, not including coaching, consulting, and all the other businesses. And say, okay, so how much time do you spend on social media? Anyone that watches, and I want you to follow me. I'd love to keep up with you. And a lot of you I'm already friends with in the room. 5:30 in the morning is probably my first post. 5:30 to 6:45 is most of my content. That's when now I'm on it all day, but that's the quick little post. But my thought leader stuff comes 5:30 to 6:45 in the morning.
And you're a metrics person, so have you been able to measure your ROI for your social media time? Because, and for social media marketers, that's one of the first things clients want to know.
Yeah.
But as a business person yourself, devoting that much time, what have you been able to gauge?
That's another one of those loaded questions. Are there metrics? Yeah, I'm a numbers person. Being from a family of entrepreneurs, you better know your numbers. And that's why my dad was like, you need to get off that internet. He's retired from the car business. That's everything. I said, well, look, I know that my customers are there, so I need to be there. When they have a complaint, they don't call me on the phone anymore. They go to Facebook and Twitter. And I'm not, they do it with airlines and restaurants. You've heard the horror stories or even the good stories. But with us, they go there too. So I better be there. Because if they're there posting, probably somebody posted today. Because last night when we sold 6 cars, we did that crazy video with the gong ceremony and everybody dancing around. We put it on Facebook, we put it on Twitter, we put it on YouTube. We posted their Facebook wall, their Twitter feed. They know where we're at. So this morning when they got up and they left their interior light on and their battery's dead, whose fault is it? It's mine. So they're going to Facebook because I'm already there, right? And I love the car, but it don't start this morning. I better be there. Yes?
Kind of in terms of measuring, do you know what your clout score is?
Clout score is 78, I think. It was 78 last week. I have not checked this week. For the record, clout to me is a bunch of malarkey. It Joe Biden. But people are using it, so therefore you have to at least, you got to jump in, right? I'm like, how do you measure 78 and the president's like 81, so I'm doing good. So. All right, we got to wrap up. I appreciate your time today. Even though I traveled the country, I am just in Winston. The easiest way to get me, I'm telling you, is right here. You can ask anybody here that keeps up with me. I'm always here. Reach out to me. Just say hello. You got a copy of the movie Carmen. It's a documentary that was done about our family and the store. It won 5 Telly Awards. That's not an infomercial or trying to pitch you. That's not one of the pieces. So we're real proud of these bad boys. But the reason I brought that, I never saw a Telly Award. They're really cool. So I bring it when I'm local. When I travel, I don't take it anywhere. And somebody bring the hat down, please. Or I can get it. But take the movie. The movie's yours. We'll send a big thank you to Celebrity Films. They actually sent a lot of us. So. All right, we got some books. You want to say anything? I figure they get the books on the way out.
Real quick, as soon as Tracy's done. First of all, thank you, Tracy.
You're welcome.
We had Krispy Kreme donuts and we had Tracy Myers caffeine. That just doesn't get better. Sessions are on here. 201, if you are doing 201, you're going to stay here. We'll have a break for about 10 minutes. It is a jam-packed day, so please, move along. There'll be people to show you, but most of the rooms are all within this corridor right here, so it should be easy to find. And then don't forget to be back here for lunch. Real quick, as far as lunch goes, when you leave for lunch, and we'll say this again, you'll have your box. Don't throw your boxes in here. There's not enough trash cans. you'll take your boxes outside for larger receptacles. So, all right, Tracy, do your thing.
All right, cool. So we've got I got books that they sent down. You can get any of these on Amazon or my website. They're cheaper on my website, by the way. And I actually get paid if you go to my website. Amazon gets all the money if you go to Amazon. So, but either one's good. You're the Brand Stupid. All right, that's the branding, everything we talked about today. And the sequel's coming out this summer. So that was number 1 on Amazon for 17 weeks. So that's really cool. All right. If we call your name, just come get one. I don't have books for everybody, so sorry. Jessica Lewis, you can grab the book you want. When they're gone, they're gone. How's that?
That's fine.
Yeah. And then I guess we're done.
Yeah,
we're
done.
break if we call names or not.
Break and then.
Just grab which one you want. Hey, thank you. J.P. Vanderlinden. Is that right? Trish Oxford. Yeah, I can't read this spot. Carol. Is that an F or a J? Cafferel. There you go. Smitty.
Jeff.
I'm keeping it. Don't worry. This is my database. So.
Sure.
Yeah, get him my bag of coffee if you hear that. It's really good. Thank you. Bob Schaffner. Mary Ann Donadio.
Is this your new one, Tracy?
Yeah, Jack. Brenda Boleen.